Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we will fill out the N400 or application for naturalization or US citizenship. Make sure that you will download your form to USCIS website so it will be the updated form. So this form expires November 30, 2025. So this is the updated one. All right. So when you file your N400 through mail, you need to fill out this and print out, or if you did not fill it out through computer, you need to fill it out, write it with black ink. Okay, so as the instruction here, type or print in black ink, type or print NA if an item is not applicable or the answer is none unless otherwise indicated. Failure to answer all of the question may delay U.S. citizenship and immigration services processing your Form N400. Note, you must complete part 1 to 15. Okay, so let's start. I already filled it out, so we will be fast. So enter your 9-digit number. So enter your 9-digit number here, and as you notice, it doesn't reflect your alien number on the other pages. So I don't know why. I don't have a portion to write or type my number in any pages. Okay, so just make sure once you print your form, you need to write your alien number every pages. Okay, that's important. Every pages. Okay. So first question, you are at least 18 years of age and A, have been a lawful permanent resident of the United States for at least 5 years. B, have been a lawful permanent resident of the United States for at least 3 years. So just tick mark whatever applicable for you. So since I've been a lawful permanent resident for more than 5 years, I will tick mark letter A. All right. And then part 2, information about you, your current legal name. Do not provide a nickname. So all the information that I write in here, it's not true. Okay, these are only example. Because some of my subscribers asking me why your name is different on the form. So this is only an example because I don't want to write down, the correct information about me. All right. So your family name, your given name, and your middle name, and then your name exactly as it appears on your permanent resident card. Your family name, given name, and then middle name. And then part 2, information about you. Other names you have used since birth, including nicknames, aliases, and maiden name if applicable. So I will write here, I type here my maiden name because when I got here, I still use my maiden name. And then when we got married, I changed my name and use my husband's last name. So I need to indicate here my maiden name. If you did the same, you have to type here your maiden name. All right, name change. Read the Form N400 instructions before you decide whether or not you would like to legally change your name. So would you like to legally change your name? If you want it, just type yes. Click yes and then type your name that you wanted to change, okay? And then since I don't want to change my name, I tick mark no. Because here in the US, you have the option to change your name. Okay, and then your social security number, and then USCIS online account number. I don't have a USCIS online account number, but if you do, just type it in here. So the USCIS online account number, so let's say you applied for your 2 years green card or your 10 years green card and you submitted your application through online. That's the time that you will have your USCIS online account number. You will see that when you log into your account and go to your profile information, and you will see your USCIS online account number. So I don't have it. So gender, female, date of birth, and then date to become a lawful permanent resident, and then country of birth, then country of citizenship or nationality. And then, do you have a physical developmental disability or mental impairment that prevents you from demonstrating your knowledge and understanding of English language and civics requirements for naturalization? So no. And then exception from the English language test. So are you 50 years of age? Are you 55 years of age? And are you 65 years of age? So this is not applicable for me, so I click no. But if it is applicable for you, just click yes, okay? So make sure you read everything. I will not read I will not read everything. But make sure if you will fill out yours, make sure you have read everything and you understand. All right. And then part 3, accommodations for individuals with disabilities and or impairments. Are you requesting an accommodation because of your disabilities and impairments? So no. But if yes, just fill out this portion. And then part 4, information to contact you. Daytime telephone number, evening telephone number, your email address, your work telephone number, and then your mobile telephone number. Make sure the number that you will indicate here is active. Okay? Part 5, information about your residence. Where have you lived during the last 5 years? Provide your most recent residence and then list every location where you have lived during the last 5 years. If you need extra space, use additional sheets of paper. Okay? Your current physical address, street number, and name. So if you live in an apartment or in a suite or in a floor. But in this portion, I don't know why again, but I can't... I don't have any option to, let's say apartment, I click apartment. I don't have an option to type anything in here. So just make sure once you print the form, just write the number or the letter here. Don't leave it blank, okay? Once you print the form, review it first. All the information, make sure it's all correct and you fill out everything, okay? So this one, I don't know. There's no option for me to type anything in here. And then this is for foreign addresses if you live outside the United States. And then dates of residence since and then to, so present. So this is the only address that I live in within the 5 years. So I will not write anything on this part. So this one, current mailing address if it is different from the address above. So since the same, I will not write anything in here, but if you have, just write in here. And then if you have another address, because it's within 5 years, during the last 5 years, you have to indicate all your address here. Okay. And then part 6, information about your parents. If neither one of your parents is a United States citizen, then skip this part and go to part 7. Were your parents married before your 18th birthday? Yes. So since my parents is not a U.S. citizen, I will leave blank the number 2 and number 3 for my parents because they are not U.S. citizen. So part 7, biographic information. Ethnicity, not Hispanic. Race, Asian. Height, 5 feet and 4 inches. Weight, 140 pounds. Eye color, brown. And hair color, black. All right. For the hair color, most of us, we have a dye hair. Okay. So as I experienced when I'm applying for my 2 years green card, since my hair is blonde because I dye my hair, I tick mark blonde, but the officer asked me, is your hair is blonde? Is that your original hair color? And I said, no, my original hair color is black. So he changed it into black. Okay. So whatever original hair color do you have to click it in here. If it's black or blonde, if your original hair is blonde, just type it in here and make sure let's say your original hair color is black but you dye your hair into blonde, and then you have your interview or the officer asks you, you need to inform your officer that the original color of your hair is black. That's why you tick mark black, that you have only hair dye. Okay. All right, let's go to part 8, information about your employment and school you attended. So make sure you write your alien number on each page, okay? Don't forget that. So employer, your street number, if it is suite, floor, just type the number here, then city, state, zip code, and then this plus 4 digit, make sure you need to check the USPS. Just key in the address and it will show you what is the plus 4 digit. Okay, so it will be accurate. All right, and then just leave it blank here because this is a foreign address. And then date from, and then date to, so present, and then your occupation. So let's say I put other because I'm a sales associate and there is no about sales, retail and sales here. There's none. So I just click other. All right. And then since this is the only job that I have for the past 5 years, I will not type or fill out anything on this portion. But if you have, just make sure to fill out everything. Okay, you have to indicate in here the last 5 years that you have a job with different jobs. Okay. All right, part 9, time outside the United States. How many total days did you spend outside the United States during the last 5 years? As for me, 10 days. How many trips of 24 hours or longer have you taken outside the United States during the last 5 years? So 1 trip. So if you did 2 or 3 or 4, just type it in here and then add the total days you're out. You're outside the United States. Okay, you need to add those days if you have 4 trips or 3 trips or 2 trips. All right, and then write it in here: date you left the United States, date you returned the United States. If did trip last 6 months or more, just click yes. If no, just click no, and then countries, and then total days. All right, so if you stay outside excuse me. So if you stayed outside the United States more than 6 months, there is no portion here that you will explain why, but the officer will ask you. Make sure that you know the reason why you extend your trip up to 6 months or more than 6 months. Let's say your family is sick, they are in the hospital and you need to take care of them, or you got an accident and you need to stay to the hospital to heal, to recover, so something like that. All right, because the officer will definitely ask you why you stay outside the United States more than 6 months. All right. And then part 10, information about your marital history. What is your current marital status? If you're single, married, divorced, widowed, separated, marriage annulled. So me, married. If you are married, is your spouse a current member of the U.S. Armed Forces? So no. How many times you have been married? So 1. And then your current spouse legal name in here. And then if you have current spouse previous legal name, and then other names used by current spouse, and then current spouse date of birth, and then date you entered into marriage with current spouse. And then current spouse present address, and then current spouse current employer or company. And then is your current spouse a U.S. citizen? Yes. If your current spouse is a U.S. citizen, complete the following information. So since my husband is a U.S. citizen since birth, so I click at birth. But if not, if your husband is a U.S. A permanent resident, or they become a U.S. citizen, so just type the information in here. All right. So if your current spouse is not a U.S. citizen, complete the following information. So how many times has your current spouse been married? So mine is only once, but if yours, if twice, just type in 2. And then the information here. So since my husband got married once, so I don't need to fill out this portion because it says legal name of my current spouse, prior spouse. All right. And then, so this is for the prior spouse. And information about your children. Indicate your total number of children. You must indicate all children, including children who are alive, missing, deceased, children born in the United States or in other countries, children under 18 years of age or older, children who are currently married or unmarried, children living with you or elsewhere, current stepchildren, legally adopted, and child born when you were not married. So mine, I have 2 children. So type it here, 2. And then child 1 in information. Current legal name, first name, given name, middle name. My daughter has, she doesn't have alien number because she is a U.S. citizen. Date of birth and country of birth. Okay, and then the address. And then what is your child relationship to you? So for example, biological child, stepchild, legally child, so biological child. So during your interview, if your officer asked you, what is your child's relationship to you, just say biological child. Or how is your child related to you? So child 2, my son, family name, given name, middle name. He doesn't have alien number, date of birth, country of birth, and then the address. Okay, and then what is your child relationship to you? Biological child. So I don't have child 3. If you have, fill this out. And if you have more than 3 children, you just need to type it or write it on a other sheet of paper. Okay, and then attach it to your form. All right, same thing with your address. If you have a lot of address, you're moving a lot for the last 5 years, you have to write it on the other sheet of paper and then attach it to your form. All right. Okay. Then part 12, additional information about you. This is the yes or no question. All right, during your interview, you must study this portion because the officer will ask you about this, and also some of the officer will ask you the definition of some of the words in here. Okay, so let's say, what is the meaning of claim? Do you understand what is the meaning of the register? Do you understand what is the meaning of hereditary title? Something like that. All right. First, have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen in writing or in any other way? So no. Have you ever registered to vote in federal, state, or local election in the United States? So no. Have you ever voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? So no. And then, do you now have, or did you ever have, a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country? So no. So if yes, if you are like a prince or princess to your other country, tick yes. That is hereditary title means. And if you answered yes, are you willing to give up any inherited titles or orders of nobility that you have in foreign country of your naturalization ceremony? Okay, 5. Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or been confined to a mental institution? No. Okay? Legally incompetent meaning you cannot decide on your own because you are or you have a mental illness. Okay? That is legally incompetent. All right, number 6. Do you owe any overdue federal, state, or taxes? If no, tick mark no. If yes, tick mark yes. So as for me, we owe federal taxes. And there is no portion here that you will explain why, but the officer will ask you why. So one of the reason why you owe federal tax or local tax because of under withholding tax. Meaning, your company did not deduct, or they deduct like less withholding tax than you need to pay. So that is under withholding tax. That is the reason why we owe. And it's a lot. So, and make sure you have the supporting documents stating that the IRS approve your installment payment for the tax that you owe. So you need to tell the officer that yes, I owe federal tax, but I do have a payment plan from IRS, and you need to provide that the letter from the IRS that they approve your payment plan, and you need to print out your payment activity so they will know that you are paying. All right, so that is your supporting documents in here if you click yes. All right, 7. Have you ever not filed a federal, state, or local tax return since you become a lawful permanent resident? So no. So if you answered yes, did you consider yourself to be a non-resident? So I leave it blank here because I answered no. Have you called yourself a non-U.S. resident on a federal, state, or local tax return since you become a lawful permanent resident? So no. Non-U.S. resident meaning you're not living here in the United States. Yes. So number 9, have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any organization, association, fund, foundation, party, club, society, or similar group in the United States or in any other location in the world? So no. If you click yes, right here, your explanation why. Have you ever been a member of or in any way associated with Communist Party? No. Any other totalitarian party? No. Terrorist organization? No. So when I did a research, I'm reviewing for the N400, some of the officer asked this, the definition of this. What is Communist Party? What is totalitarian party? And what is terrorist organization? But now, I don't know yet. Because I haven't reviewed the vocabulary yet, the definition. So make sure you need to review that. We have a lot of YouTube regarding the vocabulary. All right. Just to give you an idea. But we are lucky if the officer will not ask us regarding definition of vocabulary. Cross finger. Whoo! Because I'm not really good on memorization. My husband keep on telling me that I give all my brain to my son. All right. So no. And then, have you ever advocate the overthrow of any government by force or violence? So no. Have you ever persecuted any person because of race, religion, national origin, membership in particular social group, or political opinion? So no. So number 13, between March 23, 1933 and May 8, 1945, did you work for or associate in any way, either directly or indirectly, with the Nazi, any government area occupied by Allied, established help with Nazi, any Germans? So no. All right. Were you ever involved in any way with any of the following? So genocide, no. Torture, no. Killing, no. Badly hurting, no. Forcing or trying to force, no. Not letting someone participate his and her religion, no. So please make sure to read like everything and you understand everything before you answer it, okay? I'm not finishing all the question here, all the sentences, because I already know the answer, but make sure you understand the question before you answer it, okay? So some of the officer will ask what is genocide, what is torture, what is prison, all right? So yeah, 15. Were you ever a member or did you ever serve in, help, or other participate in any of the following groups? Military unit, paramilitary unit, police unit, self-defense unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, guerrilla group, militia, insurgent organization. So Everything is no. So some of the officer will ask what is paramilitary unit, the vigilante unit, the guerrilla group, the militia. So review that, the definition. Were you ever a worker, volunteer, or soldier, or did you otherwise ever serve in any of the following: prison or jail, prison camp, detention facility, labor camp, any other place where people were forced to stay? So everything is no. Were you ever a part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, or organization that used a weapon against any person or threatened to do so? So no. If you answered yes, when you were part of this group or when you helped this group, did you ever use a weapon against other person? Just click here. 18. Did you ever sell, give, or provide weapons to any person or help another person sell, give, or provide weapons to any person? So no. Right, 19. Did you ever receive any type of military, paramilitary, or weapons training? No. Did you ever recruit, enlist, conscript, or use any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help an armed forces or group? No. Did you ever use any person under 15 years of age to do anything that helped or supported people in combat? No. All right. 22 to 28 says here, applies to you, you must answer yes, even if your records have been sealed, expunged, or otherwise cleared. You must disclose this information even if someone, including a judge, law enforcement officer, or attorney, told you that it no longer constitutes a record or told you that you do not have to disclose the information. So 22, have you ever committed, assisted in committing, or attempted to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? So no. Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer, including any immigration official or any official of U.S. Armed Forces for any reason? So for me, no. But if you are driving and then you have traffic tickets and you pay, you need to click yes because that is cited. Okay, so you just need to explain if it is like overspeeding, and then how much you pay, and then how you handle it. You handle it, of course, you need to pay the fine, and then if you go to court, so something like that. So don't worry if you have a traffic ticket, it will not affect your the result of your application. Okay. Then 24, have you ever been charged with committing, attempting to commit, or assisting committing a crime or offense? No. Have you ever been convicted of a crime or offense? No. Have you ever been placed in an alternative sentencing or a rehabilitative program? No. Have you ever received or suspended sentence, been placed on probation, or been paroled? No. Have you ever been in jail or prison? No. So we skip this because we answer no. All right, here. Have you ever been habitual drunk? Habitual drunkard. This is a, what do you call this? It skipped to my mind. I'm so sorry. But remember this, the meaning of drunkard, because the officer will ask this in case. All right, been a prostitute or procured anyone for prostitution, sold, smuggled, controlled substance, been married to more than one person at the same time, married someone in order to obtain immigration benefit, help anyone to enter or try enter United States illegally, gambled illegally or receive income from illegal gambling, failed to support your dependents or to pay alimony. Excuse me. Made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefits in the United States? All the answer is no. Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading? No. Have you ever lied to U.S. government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States or to gain immigration benefits while in the United States? No. Have you ever lied I'm done with this, right? Have you ever been removed, excluded, or deportation from the United States? No. Have you ever been ordered, removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? No. Have you ever been placed in removal, exclusion, rescission, deportation proceeding? No. Are removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceeding currently pending against you? No. Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces? No. Are you currently a member of the U.S. Armed Forces? No. Have you ever been court-martialed, administratively separated, or disciplined, or have you received an other than honorable discharge while in the U.S. Armed Forces? No. Have you ever been discharged from training or service in the United States Armed Forces because you were an alien? No. Have you ever left the United States to avoid being drafted in U.S. Armed Forces? No. Have you ever applied for any kind of exemption from military service in the United U.S. Armed Forces? No. Have you ever deserted from U.S. Armed Forces? No. Are you a male who live in the United States at any time between your 18 and 26 birthdays? No, because I'm a woman. If you're a man, just click yes. And if you answer yes, fill out this form. Fill out this option. This part. All right, answer item number 45 to 50. If you answer no to any of these questions, include a type or printed explanation on additional sheet of paper and provide any evidence to support your answer. Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? The answer is yes. So, the officer might ask you what is the form of the government of the United States. The answer is republic. Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? Yes. And then they will ask you, what is the oath of allegiance? The answer is a promise to be loyal to the United States. Okay, are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? Yes. If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? Yes. If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in U.S. Armed Forces? Yes. If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction? Yes. So everything on a 45 to 50, the answer is yes. And make sure you read it, okay, and you understand. Applicant statement, certification, and signature. Applicant statement regarding the interpreter. A, I can read and understand English, and I have read and understand every question and instruction on this application and my answer to every question. So that's me. So I click A. But if you have interpreter, they need to fill it out this portion. And then applicant signature, once you print out the form, make sure you sign and date. And make sure, don't forget to write your alien number on each pages, okay? And then the apartment number, suite number. So make sure to fill out those if you have. So if you have interpreter, they need to fill out this. Then, if preparer's full name, this is a other person that prepare or answer your application with you. So since I'm the only one who fill out this is blank for me. I will not fill this out. Preparer signature. So this, note, do not complete part 16, 17, or 18 until the USCIS officer instructs you to do so at the interview. So don't fill out this portion. If you pass the interview, you need to sign here. I hope we will pass. Please pray for me to pass. I'm really nervous. All right. So those how you fill out the N400 or application for naturalization. I hope I give you an idea. It helped you out to how to fill out this form. So if you have any questions, clarification, just feel free to comment on my video. And if it helped you out, please refer my YouTube channel. Refer it. No. Tell to your friends my YouTube channel so we can help them. All right? So have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.